I'm old, man. I'm not the most tech savvy. I'm decent, but not the most tech savvy. But anyway, like on your way in, people. Let's get this live show rolling. Welcome to the set. Here with your boy T.Stead. I greatly appreciate you all. I feel like I have been away from the live shows for far too long. I've missed you guys. Truly, I have. Let me make sure I can see my chat. I missed you guys. Grateful to be back. A week ago, I had talked about my trip to Madrid, how incredible it was, how amazing it was. It was so many people that mentioned the show. Like so many people that I watched the show, I subscribed to the set. I that listen, and if it was just one person, that's more than enough. That just it gave me a new energy, revitalizing just to really keep going, man. I have no idea who's watching, who's being reached, impacted by just spending this time creating this content, sharing my thoughts. I greatly appreciate every single viewer, every single one of you guys. Thank you so much. Madrid was incredible. The love that I got was just it was amazing. Like Spain was flooded with Dolphins fans, flooded with just football fans, NFL fans through and through. Man, I took so many pictures and signed so many autographs. Just the love was real, man. It was a surreal moment, very humbling. The kids were just excited, and I did two camps, a flag football tournament. I hosted Good Morning Football at the Royal Palace in Madrid. I did NFL Game Day on the sideline of the game day of Dolphins Commanders. Just listen, in my first year out of the league, first year doing media, and I've had some incredible experiences, and I'm truly thankful for each and every one of them, each and every one of you. So continue to subscribe, share, comment, like. I'm telling you, we are really trying to go places with this. The show is growing, and we are excited of where we are right now and where we will be headed. Now, without further ado, let's get into some football, people. Let's get into some NFL football. First, I hope you all had a great Thanksgiving. Talk to me. What was the best thing from your Thanksgiving? What was something that's remarkable that you had on your plate that you have to mention? Can you drop it in the chat for me, please? Drop it in the chat. You already know the sweet potato pie. My granny sweet potato pie. It was legendary. She did her big one again. She don't miss. The woman is undefeated. Sweet potato pie. She went crazy. I ate so much for Thanksgiving and the day after. I started a challenge today, people. I don't know how many of you guys follow me on social media, but on Twitter and Instagram, I posted my challenge. 25 days of Christmas. 25 days in a row going to the gym. Every single day this month going to the gym leading up to Christmas. And the last workout is on Christmas Day. I don't care if you do the last one at home, if it's a gym that's open, the last workout is Christmas Day. So you get your 25th workout on Christmas Day. You can break the challenge. You can eat your sweets, all that. So the challenge is 25 days straight in the gym. You have to gift somebody, one person a day. It can be $1. It can be a gift card. It can be whatever, a shirt. It don't matter. Gift one person a day, 25 days in a row, and no added sugar. So in your diet, no added sugar. So you got to take out ketchup and anything that has, you look on the back of that label, has added sugar, you cannot have it. Don't do it. Don't take a bite. Be strong. Work your toughness. It's a challenge. It's supposed to be challenging. So please join me in the challenge and challenge two people that you know to join the challenge. And let's see how we feel on Christmas Day. See how we feel, see how we look. Sugar, no added sugar will really do wonders for the body. I'm telling you. And we'll finish the year strong going into the new year. Okay, my good people. Um, let's talk some football. So we had the Armstead Bowl this past weekend, and for those of you who Act like you don't know. That's Saints versus Dolphins. The Saints were lucky enough not to be on the schedule throughout my tenure in Miami because of what I would have did to Cam Jordan, Carl Granderson, Chase Young and company. Nah, let me stop. Let me stop. But no, it would have been great if I would have got a chance to play against the Saints, play against my squad while I was in Miami. Didn't happen. Had that first matchup this past weekend, Saints Dolphins, and it was ugly. Okay, it was ugly. All right, and I got my guy Nick Underhill joining. He is NOF, New Orleans football, everything you need to know about the Saints in New Orleans. We're going to talk the Saints side of the matchup first. Later in the show, today I got my dog DouglieDoWrong. I got my dive bar guys jumping in, and we're going to talk the Dolphins side. So first, Nick Underhill, everyone, let's get into the Saints talk. Nick, what's going on, brother?
Hey, what's going on? Cam's still cooking, man. You seen him out there?
Cooking, bro.
Got
2
himself
sacks.
600 grand last night. He made 600 grand in bonuses. Yeah.
Cam owed me some money for something. I don't remember what it was, but
yeah, hit him up. He's got it. He's got it.
He's got it. He's got it. Did he get those 2 sacks in the first quarter?
No, I think one was early, one was late.
Okay. All right. No, listen. Dude is timeless, man. Where is he now on the all-time sack leader list?
He just passed I think he might have just passed Freeney. So he's up there. Like there's that cutoff point. Like, you know, there's a number range where it's kind of like you get to the number and everybody's there. Like, I think he's gonna get there. I think Cam's an easy Hall of Famer to me. I mean,
First
just
dollar.
Yeah, longevity. Man, he didn't miss a game until COVID, I don't think. And like he had the eye thing. Like he don't even miss a practice. Like at this point in his career, like he's still out there every single day. And honestly, like I think the Saints should I think they should look at bringing him back for another year. Like he's still I don't know what they do without him. So
it's not up to the Saints. No, listen. Cam contract is open-ended. He plays in black and gold with number 94 until he says so.
Yeah.
He is not up to the Saints. It's not up to Mickey. It's not even up to Mrs. Benson. Cam Jordan is a Saint. As long as he chooses to play the game of football, his spot is there. His spot in the parking lot, his spot in the locker room, his spot in the cafeteria is there. I won't even say weight room because he don't lift. He don't go in there. But them other 3 places, Cam is there. Shout out Cam J, first ballot Hall of Famer. You're an incredible talent, athlete, player, brother, all those good things. Shout out to you. All right, Nick, let's get into this game, okay? Dolphins Saints. In its totality, Nick, give me your thoughts. What you thinking?
Started ugly. I mean, like a really, really ugly game. Halftime, like, man, I gotta, it's just like more of this. I texted you like at halftime, like this is bad, man. Like this is ugly. It's ass. Second half though, I thought it became a compelling game. I think Tyler Shuck started getting something going. His highs are high. Like his highs are legitimately like real highs. His lows are real lows too. I mean, I thought both picks were pretty bad. First one was kind of terrible. Second one, I think he missed a little bit on that 2-point that penalty. I think kind of threw them off on what they were trying to do there. They moved back 5 yards, but yeah, I mean he's got to get that ball out in front of Vele, and it was a little bit behind him. Took some sacks he shouldn't have took, but I think his highs are worth chasing. And it's going to be interesting, I think, because right now before this Monday night game, it's the Giants when the Saints will have the 3rd pick in the draft. If the Giants don't, they'd be in possession of the 2nd. They got games against the Titans and the Jets. If they don't figure out how to win, I mean, there's a very real possibility they're sitting there with the number 1 pick in the draft. And you got 5 games if you're Tyler Shuck to like really make your case of like, no, I'm the guy. You shouldn't look at another quarterback. You have a responsibility as an organization if you're picking first to compare your guy against what's available. And his highs are legit. But that's what he's up against. It's not just Spencer Rattler. It's Fernando Mendoza in the draft, Dante Moore if he goes in, like some of these other guys. So it's going to be fascinating down the stretch. But I thought his good moments were, man, like if Chris Olave catches that that second and one
Oh,
shot down the field. I mean,
man.
he put that thing in there. Like, granted, he got lucky. The DB
Pause.
fell down. But he put that thing in there. He gave him a shot. If he
Pause.
catches that 275, 3 TDs, in a game-winning throw, I mean, that would have been, the hype would have been loud today if he hits that throw.
Yeah.
And he did hit it. The receivers didn't catch it. Tough catch, but I mean, if you're Chris, you got to make that play. But yeah, man,
And we've seen Chris make those plays too, so that's why the expectation is for him to come down with that pass for sure.
he's looking for the contract too. Like, if you want the $30 million, that's a $30 million catch. Like, you got to make it. Jamar Chase catches that. I mean, you want to be on that level, that tier, that type of player. I mean, you got to make them plays. So yeah, that was a tough one, but I just think this team's so far away right now, though. I mean, that's kind of my big takeaway. And it's becoming more and more evident. Like, they can't run the ball. I'm surprised that the O-line still having the issues that it is. Like, with their investment on that O-line, the O-line is not a good O-line right now. Like, there's too much pressure. They can't open stuff up in the run game. I think some of the design of it is rough too. I think Kellen Moore's still. I don't think he has an identity yet. I think he's trying to figure out what he wants to do, how he wants to put things together. I mean, there's a lot of work to be done, but they're at least still compelling on some level, and it's really all hinged to the quarterback. As soon as hope goes out there, like, it's an unwatchable product, I think. But for now, like, he's keeping the lights on.
Yeah, I share a lot of the same thoughts, concerns, comments that you just expressed. It's a lot of work that has to be done. Off-season acquisitions. There's more talent that needs to come into the building, into those rooms, into those position groups. We still don't know as far as Shuck if he is the long-term answer. We saw some things to get excited about, but the lows, like you spoke about, and for me, the some of the issues in the pocket, like some sacks, 2 of the sacks he took yesterday were quarterback sacks, like on him escaping into pressure, where the pocket was good, it's comfortable enough, you can find your guy, deliver the ball, but running into a guy or putting yourself into danger. So those have happened in the last couple of weeks. It's an uphill battle for the Saints right now. It really is. I see a lot of activity in the chat, so I gotta break Tyler Shuck talk right now. Nick Underhill, did the onside kick go 10 yards?
No, it didn't. No, it was shallow. It was shallow. It was short a yard, but they said it touched somebody, and then it was like a helicopter on the side, so like the ball is like spinning like crazy, and they got a bounce, and I don't think anyone touched it. But they said they did on the field, and then you go back and look at it, and you can't tell. On video, it's inconclusive, but I think they got away with one there. The thing you're saying though about him like escaping the pocket and the pressure, like that's his biggest flaw to me. Like, he gets panicky in there. In the 3rd and 1 that ended the game, it was the same thing. He had a clean pocket. He could have sat in there. He could have hit
to the right into pressure.
Yeah, and then he has to throw off his back foot, sidearm. It's crazy, and you don't give yourself a shot to that wasn't the last play, but that drive right after the second one, and then they had they tried to run on 4th down. They didn't get it. Yeah, that 3rd down right there. Yeah, he ran out in the pressure and then makes a terrible throw, and I mean that's just kind of what he does. And it bothers me. And look, I think sometimes like he leaves those pockets. I don't like him leaving the clean pockets in general. Like it's like he has like a timer in his head. It's like he gets to like 1.5, 2 seconds, and he's like, I got to get out of here. Just like calm down a little bit. And like, granted, sometimes good things happen off it, but I would like to see him make plays within the structure. And as I go through like my memory right now, the only play I can really think of from like inside the pocket that was like a plus play is a shot he hit down the field against Carolina. Everything else, it's on the move, and that's great. Like, you got to be able to do some of that, but like some of it, just like do some of the boring stuff a little bit better. And plays with pressure right now, he's hitting 39% of his passes. That ranks 38th in the NFL. There's 32 starters. Just chill out. Like, don't run into those when you don't need to.
Yeah. No, that's my biggest concern is happy feet in the pocket, that automated clock where, all right, I've had the ball now for 2 seconds, I got to go. Time and time again, like, of course, when you have the ability to escape, make plays on the run, you do that. But that is an added bonus. That can't be a down to down. That just history shows that doesn't work in the NFL for long. He has the ability to make those throws. We've seen tight window throws from Tyler. We've seen him stand tall and deliver a few passes. Would love to see more of that. More of that. Would love to see more of Kellen Moore opening that playbook too.
Yeah, no doubt.
I think it's been a lot of training wheels type of game plans. And you do that for the safety. You do that for to minimize the mistakes or the missed assignments, guys lining up the wrong. You do that for that reason, so you can run a cleaner operation. But if you really want to get a chance to see and evaluate the talent and what we have, you got to open up the playbook. You got to open up the playbook. More double moves, more just everything, and it's tough to watch at times. See, they go three and out, 2-3 series in a row, like way too often.
Every game, man.
Every game. And
Yeah.
and that's tough to watch. So, but defensively, I thought the Saints played well. They defended the Dolphins pretty well. The first drive, the Dolphins went down in March. Devon Achane is that. He's really that, bro. He's him. Dude is incredible, bro. I watched the film again today, and the small little dip of the shoulder, a little step, or the things that he does with his eyes to manipulate defenders that's coming downhill, the safeties, the corners trying to fill a gap. They can't tackle the dude, bro. Like Vaughn is fire, dog. He's a joy to watch play football.
I was blown away by the details with him, and yeah, just that little stuff, or like a little hesitation, a little pause, just the little things he puts on it that just gets, and then you just see the crease open, and it's like, oh my, like there were a few times watching where it's just like, yeah, I'm just sitting there like, oh my God, it looked crazy. Unbelievable player, man. Like that was, yeah, a joy to watch is the perfect phrase for him. I mean, it's just it's exciting. I could watch him, like I want to watch him play every week. Like it's just unbelievable to see how he operates. I mean, like he looked unstoppable, man.
It's like a video game, and it's crazy because Nick, I had Devon on the set last week, and before this game, Saints game, and we talked about DeMario, and Devon told me, like, I don't take clean hits. Like I really don't get, very, very rarely you'll see somebody get a clean hit on me. So
yeah, well,
he was very adamant that DeMario is not going to get a chance to like really tackle me. And I'm watching him play in just the small hezzies and shoulder move, and like, dude is fire, bro. He's an elite talent. Shout out to you, Vaughn.
He might have made everybody on that defense miss a tackle yesterday. Like it was everybody. Like everybody got one. Like you go down the list, like they were just, man, he was cooking. Like I don't even know why they threw the ball at all. Like he could have. It just felt like you could have just handed off to him every time, and they were eating. And that is kind of how the game played out too. Would he end up with like 130, 140? Like it was a crazy number, and like it felt like he could have got more. Like it was wild, man. Like
no, for
just
sure,
completely blown away by how he plays the game. I had him in every mock draft going up to that draft. Like it was just a matter of if I was putting him in the second or the third, man. Like. And he's him. Like he's exactly as advertised. Unbelievable player.
He is. Outside of Vaughn having some, just being creative and making things happen. And the Dolphins are doing a great job running the ball, the scheme, the guys that they got doing, Aaron Brewer, Pat Paul, the guys that Austin Jackson being back. But the Saints defense played pretty well as a whole. They played pretty well as a whole. They contained Tua pretty well, intercepted the ball. They had another one that was questionable whether that was an interception or not. I thought the defense played pretty well, though. That they had some pressure. Chase Young was able to get a sack off the edge. They had a few sacks yesterday. I thought the defense for the Saints played pretty well yesterday.
Last 3 weeks, like they've kind of started to tap in and I think get a little bit of an identity, start putting some stuff together. The energy level with that group is still pretty high, which I think is important. They have good ball population and everything. Not this game, but the one before, like the way they kind of came out, like it was crazy to see how they were swarming in that game. And there was some of that here, in this one too. I think losing Justin Reed early on kind of affected the run defense a little bit. He's going to be out for a couple of weeks, I think, with a knee injury. That's a big hit for them. But there is some like young hope on that defense. I think You mentioned the near interception, Quincy Riley, rookie. He's always around the ball. And I think there's some encouraging things with him. Kool-Aid goes up and down. This was definitely an up game for him. I think there's
Kool-Aid
encouraging
played well.
things.
Kool-Aid
Yeah,
played well.
he did. He had a couple flash plays in this one. They got 2 young linebackers. Isaiah Stallbird. He had a man. What did he do? He forced a throwaway in this game. Danny Stutzman's the other one, the rookie. Like he's flying. Yeah. So like there's some guys here for sure. Yeah, Chase Young, man. Like obviously, like the talent, the potential, all this stuff's always been there. I think it's actually like starting to come together for him this year, just like in some consistency. And I mean, there's an argument to be made that he might be their best player. Both sides of the ball. Like he's up there. I think you finish the way you've been going. It's definitely possibly there. So yeah, I think that side's like started to figure it out. I think they started to figure out what they want to do. I think they all really, really like Brandon Staley. Like I think there's good energy there, good buy-in. So you see that side coming together. The offense hasn't found that same thing yet. I think they're still searching for that identity. But we'll see how it goes. And I do want to clean up. Like I feel like I killed Tyler Shuck a little bit on here. Like I'm incredibly high on him. Like I think he has the best shot of any young guy they brought in here. And I think it's evident that like he has the best shot of like maybe becoming it. It's just these are huge questions. Like, and if you are picking top 1, 2, 3, you have to be sure, because that's an opportunity to change your franchise. So like the bar, like, he just needs to make sure that, hey, look, I'm the guy, like your eyes aren't wandering. You aren't, you're married.
You gotta see Kellen take the training wheels off, bro.
Dude,
like for real, I don't think you was too hard on Tyler Shuck at all. I don't think you've been too hard on Kellen Moore either. Me either. You know what I mean? Like it's a lot to be excited about with both of these guys. Both of them. You see the talent from Kellen and what he's been able to do throughout his career. We see.
I'm a little disappointed there. I'll say that. I'll stand on that. I'm a little disappointed with kind of how the offense is. Look, he's supposed to be an offensive guru, and they can't score on their first 15. Like that's tough.
Very, very safe play calls, bro. I'm telling you, I went back and watched the film again, and it's like it's not much going on. It's not much happening. There's no exotic motions. There's no shifts.
Yeah.
There's no double move, double reverse path. We don't see any of it. We
seen the Philly special.
We seen the Philly special.
Yeah.
We don't see that right now. You know what I mean? So that's what I mean. It's a very, very safe product that Kellen Moore's presenting. We want to see him open it up. Like let's really let Tyler Shuck get the keys to the Ferrari, to the Bugatti. Let's drive it. Let's go.
They couldn't line up, early in the season. All them penalties early on, all the illegal motions, they couldn't get a snap off clean, and he just kind of took it out. And it's just kind of, it's been very, just like there's no rhythm. And then I don't think it's a coincidence. Like they get into the third quarter and they got to start going no huddle, more tempo, and you kind of got to just go for it. And then it's like, oh, the ball's moving.
The ball, right?
Yeah, the ball's moving. Yeah,
yeah,
yeah. It's crazy, man. Like I think he just has to find his identity. I think he's calling the game scared a little bit, honestly. Like I think he's just so tight and just so afraid of like getting behind early and not being able to come back. And it's like, yo, who cares? Like you got rid of Brandon Cooks, you got rid of Rashid Shaheed. Nobody's expecting you to win a game. Like just use this time to figure out what you got, what you call, like how it goes together, and what you want to be. And like that's all it is. No one's mad at him for losing a game, but like at least, this week they came out and they didn't run plays with Taysom in the red zone. That was a good thing to see. Trusted Shuck. He got it done. Ran in the 2-point play on his own. That was a nice play too. So yeah, I mean, some of the stuff is going the right direction, and look, we're seeing more under center now too. Like that was something that's driving me nuts early in the season. They're starting to work that in a little bit. And I think they got their run game going every now and then when they do that. So some stuff's coming together, but yeah, absolutely, man. Like it's incredibly frustrating to watch early on. It's like, training wheels, they don't know what to do. And then they're all standing around like, why ain't this working? Well, like you just kind of got to go for it. Like, don't be afraid.
Got to take them off for sure. Let's see, man. We this is all we can do. We sit on the sideline, we talk about it, and we wait and see.
Well, you could go out there and do something. You could go out there and do something.
I got a little, you
got one more in you. Yeah.
Nah, it's a wrap.
You see, Tyron said he wants to come back, man. He said he's trying to come back. Yeah.
No, that'd be fire, bro. That'd be
Yeah.
fire. Saints could definitely use him if he
Nah,
was
I don't
going
think
there.
he'd want to come back here, but
Oh, he's trying to go somewhere.
yeah,
Yeah,
I think
I
he's
get
trying
it.
to.
I get it. Not me though, bro. It's a wrap. I'm like 270. I'm on my way down 265 right now. Like, no, nobody bull rushing me, bro. It's a wrap. It's a wrap. No, sir. All right, Nick, get up out of here, man. I appreciate you, bro.
Yeah, take it easy, man.
Yes, sir. Great combo, my guy Nick Underhill. Always with the insight on the Saints. Yeah, it's been tough watching that offense, man. It's a lot of just safe calls, safe schemes. Let's run outside zone right. Let's run inside zone left. You know, there's two man route concept. You know, really, really safe. You're not putting Tyler Shook in positions to kind of affect him or affect his confidence at this point. So I get Kellen Moore's reasoning behind it. But at this point of the season, you got 2 wins. Let it all hang out, man. Let's go. Let's go. Let's really put together a game plan with the hopes of scoring 40 points. Trick plays, double moves, all of it. Let's see it. So Kellen Moore, if you get a chance to check us out here at the set, open it up, brother. Go ahead and pull that golden playbook out the safe. Put that other one away. Let's go ahead and get active. Let's see Philly special and all those things, the great things that you did in Philly with that offense. All right, I got DouglieDoWrong, which I'm sure most of you are familiar with, and the dive bar, which most of you are familiar with. They'll be joining pretty soon. Before they do, I do want to talk about some of the other games that happened Thanksgiving weekend. So Thanksgiving Day, Black Friday, Sunday, and tonight we still got another game. It's been a football overload. But the games were fire. The Chiefs-Cowboys was fire. Just being able to watch football throughout the entire day, eat, watch ball. It was a great Thanksgiving. And I talked about it on my show last week is as a player, when you're playing on Thanksgiving or you playing the day after, like you can't indulge. You can't get into the spoils of Thanksgiving or Christmas. Like you can't. You got a job to do. So you eat 2 cups of rice and chicken breasts and green beans. Like you do eat your pregame meal. And it sucks. It's terrible. So me having a chance to fully just do my thing, I did that. And I loved it. Chiefs Cowboys. It's a lot of excitement here in Dallas, people. A lot of excitement here in Dallas. They really feel like they found their footing. They have the momentum. They just beat the Super Bowl matchup back-to-back weeks. A big win against Philly in comeback fashion. A big win against the Kansas City Chiefs in dramatic fashion. One thing I will say about the Cowboys, that offense is fire. It's real. CeeDee Lamb, monster. George Pickens, monster. That offense is fire. Javonte Williams, Dak Prescott, what they're doing up front of O-line. They got 2 guards that are stellar. Both Tyler Smith, Tyler Booker, them boys are balling the entire O-line. But that Cowboys offense is real, people. Like, I'm not a Cowboys fan at all. And I listen to these people here in Dallas all the time, and they always feel like it's their time. I will say this. That offense can score on anybody. We've seen one team really have them discombobulated, under wraps, and that was Denver. Broncos have a special defense. They have special players. They matched up really well. I don't know if the Cowboys had CeeDee Lamb for that matchup, though. So that changes a lot because CeeDee he's different. But that Cowboys offense is the real thing, and I will even go so far to say it's the best offense in the league. Best offense in the league. You pick your poison. The way Javonte running that ball, the way that George Pickens, Turpin, CeeDee, Jake Ferguson, they really that offense fire. And Dak is orchestrating. They're playing really well. I don't know what that means for the Cowboys going forward. Can they chase the Eagles? Can they go catch the Eagles and get in that race for the division? I don't know. The offense is fire. Kansas City, yeah, they are now in unfamiliar territory. Patrick Mahomes was balling. Rashee Rice is the real thing. He's in that same conversation with CD, George Pickens. Rashee Rice is that. He really is. He's a problem with the ball in his hands. He's a running back once he gets the ball in his hands. Patrick Mahomes was balling. But that Kansas City defense is not as consistent as we have seen throughout these years. Like the big stops, the big third downs that we saw them get off the field on, we saw the pressure from Spagnuolo and Trent McDuffie with an interception or things of that nature. We're not seeing it. We're not seeing that right now from the Chiefs. They are in uncharted territory. This is unfamiliar land to them. And it's not about to get any easier. It's not. The Broncos just put off another win. They're sitting at 10-2. The Chargers, they're still moving. So that the division's not getting any easier, which the Chiefs had benefited from a weaker division for years. It's not the case no more, people. Do the Chiefs make the playoffs? I'm asking you, chat. I'm asking you, chat. Do the Chiefs make the playoffs? AFC it's a lot of in the hunt going on in the AFC. The Bills, they got a big win. The Ravens, they're up and down. We don't know. We don't know about them. We don't know. But the Broncos, the Patriots, the Colts just dropped another one. It's a lot of in the hunt going on in the AFC. Do the Chiefs get into the playoffs? I want to know. I'm asking you, chat. Does the Cowboys sneak into the playoffs? NFC's tougher now. That's a different situation over there. You got the Eagles still sitting up there. The Bears, number 1 seed right now. Detroit, Green Bay. I'm missing. Who I'm missing? Let me look. Houston on the AFC side. Bengals going to be on the AFC side. They're coming. The Panthers, the Bucks in the NFC. The Rams just came off a loss to the Panthers. We're going to get into all that. We're going to get into all that. I want to talk about some of these other teams throughout the league. But chat, does the Chiefs get into the playoffs? Does the Cowboys find a way to sneak into the playoffs? Do the Cowboys find a way to sneak into the playoffs? I am now joined by the other side of the Armstead Bowl. So we had Nick Underhill, and we talked Saints, very Saints heavy, their issues, their concerns, but the things that they're excited about with that young team. But now let's transition over to the fans upside. I'm joined by DouglieDoWrong and Derek Wingo. Derek is representing the dive bar. DouglieDoWrong, my guy. What's going on, fellas? How we doing?
Doing good, man. Got that
Good,
W.
man.
Doing good.
Excited.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. How you guys feeling about that win yesterday?
Hey, I'll tell you this: winning cures all problems at the end of the day. So
Right.
that's just what I got to start off with, and I think that goes and that speaks with volume.
Yeah, 100%. It got scary at the end, but they did what they had to do. Minka went out, did what he had to do, and we got that W. So, yeah, like Derek said.
Let me start it off. Let me start off like this. Did the ball go 10 yards? Was the onside kick real?
No, I don't think so. But in that stadium, I'm always mentally prepared for something crazy to happen and something just we could be up by 20 points and something has to happen where it gets to the fourth quarter and it's a dogfight. So, it is what it is, whether or not it's hard to win in the NFL. So at the end of the day, you came out with the W. It's just on to the next from there.
Yeah, I don't think it did, but I think they said it hit Good's leg, his calf, which I beg to differ on that one.
Yeah. Listen, I was neutral. As I said on X, I was neutral. I just wanted to see a good football game. But what I would say, I watched the onside kick replay 20 times. That was short.
Yep.
Nobody touched the ball. The Saints, Vele, he recovered the ball at 9 yards. It's clear as day. I thought the game was over. Like, over.
Mm-hmm.
and even listening to the specialist, the rule specialist who was talking, I'm not sure exactly who it was. He was, hey, 9 yards, nobody touched it. It's illegal touching on the Saints. It's a penalty, Dolphins ball, game over. When the referee came back after reviewing the play, the ruling on the field stands. I couldn't believe it. Why am I surprised? I have no idea. Because I've lived it. I've lived it, bro. I've been in the stadium and just bullshit, just like, there's no way they're going to say this. And then boom. So I don't know why I was surprised, but I was. And as a Saint, illegal touching. Like, plain and simple, bro. Nobody else touched the ball. We see the flight of the ball is spinning. Nobody, the ball never changed. Nobody touched the ball, bro. 4K cameras, 8K camera. We see it. Like, what's really going on? Bobby, what's up, bro?
What up, fellas? Sorry, a little late. Y'all got ahead of me there.
No, it's all good. It's all good. We talking about the onside kick. What was your thoughts on it?
Yeah, it was weird, right? It was like, I don't even know where they got the angle where they had the slow-mo where it looked like it was hitting a finger. I was like, when you watch like the wide pan, it's like, where does this even happen? Like, I don't even know it. Like, I feel like they were zoomed in and it was optical illusion. I feel like the ball was like 3 yards ahead of Waddle, but it looked like it might have hit Waddle. So yeah, that was crazy. It was definitely short and nobody touched it.
Not even close. I feel like if somebody like reached forward and it was close to, but no, I don't know.
Even Westbrook Akine pulled Cam Newton from the Super Bowl. He kind of like jumped back. I was like, "What are you doing? Get the ball!"
All right, let's get into the game, man. The Dolphins come out strong. The defense playing really well in the first half. Shut out the Saints in the first half. Second half got a little more dicey. Tyler Shuck got going, made some plays. Chris Olave touchdown, Vele touchdown. Tyler Shuck 2-point conversion. Let's talk first half. What did you guys like from the Dolphins, offensively, defensively, first half only? Because I feel like it's a completely different game second half. First half, what was your feel?
Yeah, I'll start off on offense. When you have a guy like Achan and it's working,
Monster.
right? If it ain't broke, don't fix it, right? When they have that extra, O-line set and they go in there and they're running the ball, you want to get to these, second and manageable, right? So you can take shots down the field. You can open up your playbook a little bit. You don't got to get to third and long and you're so limited. So I think being able to run the ball on first down and be successful is a huge part of their game. And when you're able to do that successfully, not just at the Dolphins, but all around the league, that's how you're able to put points on the board. And then, looking over to the defense, it's crazy to look at, the first couple weeks to what it is now. And just, how calm collectively, it's almost if the playbook and everything clicked. I talked about winning cures everything. It's winning now is installed confidence, right? It's installed all these things where guys are moving at a fast pace. They're not lollygagging around. We're moving with a sense of urgency, right? We're getting to place when we're motioning from sideline to sideline, going from wing sets to 3x1s. Guys are running across the field. They're communicating. They're making sure everyone's on the same page. And I think that's just really the biggest difference that I've seen in my eyes. And that allows guys to play fast, play physical, play aggressive, and just be all on the same page to be able to execute the play scheme.
For sure. Bobby, first half, what you thought?
Yeah, it was just nice to see, like, a lot of people were worried, and Mike's kind of proven himself over and over here, but a lot of people were worried maybe Austin Jackson comes back. They forget about that six-man personnel. They stuck to it. They remain physical. They prioritize the run still, and it's working. And I think kind of what Derek said, I think it's kind of bleeding over to the defense. I think the offense is finally taking on a more physical persona, and the defense is loving it, and they're eating it up. They're feeding into that. They see them boys 10-play drives, 12-play drives, chewing clock, keeping them fresh too. That's a big deal for the defense. So I think just overall, Mike kind of being like, look, die on the sword. We're going to run the ball. I'm going to have to do it. So here we are. And it's working out. I think the whole personality is kind of bled through the whole locker room, being more of a physical team, being ready to play, January, February football.
Gotcha. Dougley?
Yeah, the first drive of the game was just nice.
Fire.
Run heavy,
Fire.
Just marching it down the field, ending with, a great block from Julian Hill. allowing Achane to get the touchdown. I don't know what number one was doing on the defense for the Saints. He looked like he wanted no part of Devon Achane when he came around the corner. I kind of wish that the offense would have been continuing that throughout the rest of the first half, because, you know, there's a lot of field goals when there should have been touchdowns. And that's the only reason why this game did get a little dicey towards the end, is because the offense kind of started stuttering a little bit once we got on their side of the field. The defense was doing their thing, though. Zeke Biggers was, you know, in there. We got some sacks. We have the forced fumble from the blitz off of Minka. You know, this is a well-rounded team. I just wish, you know, the offense would have performed a little better. And unfortunately, Tua looked like he was off a little bit, especially with his throws.
He definitely missed some throws, for sure.
He was throwing rainbows, a lot of rainbows out there. And, you know, it's, you know, we're used to him being more accurate and more precise with his throws, and some of his throws were off. And, you know, we had a lead of 16-0, but, you know, we made the throws we could have, or made the plays we should have. You know, might have been 35-0 at halftime, and all of a sudden this game is blown out.
Yeah, I was laughing at Jonathan said McDaniel be out there winging it with Wingo. That was funny. But so Dougley, you said number one for the Saints. That was Alontae Taylor. That is 1,000% credited to Devon Achane. Like, we are watching somebody who is in complete control of the way that he's manipulating the defense on the run. Bro, I watched the film again. The way that he is just a shoulder dip, small hesitation, just putting his eyes in a gap. And, bro, he is really setting up guys before they ever come and fill a gap, before they ever get to him. So Alontae Taylor is like, he has the edge. Like, nobody gets outside. Devon is showing that he's sprinting clearly to the sideline. Like, bro, he set him up the entire way. By the time he cut up the field, Alontae had no chance. We're watching somebody that's playing football at an elite level. Like, Devon Achane is playing at his own speed right now. He's seeing the game in slow-mo. It's pretty crazy. Pretty crazy to watch. But as far as Tua missed some throws, some third downs that really could have just stamped the game, put the game out of reach. Some third downs too. The screen to Achane, walk-in touchdown. Yeah. And I've seen him make that throw time and time again. He had another one right there. Bread and butter. He had another one to Julian Hill on the third down. That's a pretty big conversion. He kind of threw behind him. Got to see one clean that up. Yeah. Got to see one, like, the most accurate, precise quarterback that we know in the league. We want to see that every time. The accuracy, the precision. Tua has delivered ball. He's delivered passes like he literally went out and handed it to the guy in the past. We've seen it. That has to be every single time, especially if the Dolphins are trying to make a run at a playoff push, which they have the chance to do so. Just looking at the schedule, nobody that you fear on the schedule at all. Every one of these teams left are beatable, more than beatable for the Miami Dolphins. So, but in order to get that done, Tua got to play at a special level. He got to play at a high level that we've seen him play. His Pro Bowl year, leading the league in pass, all that. We've seen it before consistently. Uno has to see that, converting on those. Second half to me felt like a different game. Saints got going. Dolphins offense stall. The run game isn't popping as much or not being called on as much. Second half felt like a different game. What was your guys' thoughts on the second half?
Yeah, I would definitely say in the second half, I mean, obviously Tua missing a few of those throws hurts big time. You know, not converting on some of those third downs, it hurts when you come away with 3 points rather than, 7. But at the end of the day, looking on the Saints' perspective, I think the Saints missed out on a lot with their guy Chris Olave, right? Chris Olave is their main target. And if Shoop was able to get the ball to him, I think, he had a few opportunities down the field. Olave did that, he could have made some plays. And obviously he's an outstanding player. So that's something going into the game I know that I was a little bit worried about. And then when I'm looking back to, our defense, when they had to make the plays, they made the plays. And they were relying off the offense. And I felt like, I think when you walk to the sidelines, when the offense is playing good, the defense can only play good for so long. And you're looking at him like, oh, I got to go back out there. It's, oh. And I think sometimes that brings a little bit of discouragedness. So, not being able to put a lot of points on the board, they score. I think the biggest thing is the Dolphins need to be able to come back with, a sense of urgency when a team does score. Let's go score again, right? Let's have the same mentality as let's go get a get back. Let's get back on the field. Let's do it with a sense of urgency. And I think that's the biggest thing, because in the NFL, right, everyone's getting paid millions of dollars. They're all professional athletes. They're all good. They're going to score touchdowns. They're going to get scored on. And at the end of the day, you just have to understand that.
Gotcha.
Yeah, I think to me the offense has kind of all year been a tale of two halves. So like for me, and maybe the defense too, honestly, it's all, like we look good in the first half a lot of times, and then I was like, when you're ready for those adjustments and you got to make that counter punch, I feel like we've missed like all year with our counter punch. And yeah, exactly. Same exact story. And you look like, a Pro Bowl or a playoff team in the first half. You come out in the second half, you can't beat anybody. And it was the same story. We couldn't move the ball. We couldn't get the run game going. Tua's missing things, whatever. But I do want to piggyback on what Wingo said. A lot of times I feel like not just our defense, but any defense, you keep throwing them back out there on that field, eventually they're going to break. But I got to give credit to the defense. They kept coming through clutch. Razul, Minka again. Chop got his first sack. Zeke Biggers got his first sack. Chubb got that incentive. He got his sack. Them boys were getting after it, and they were doing their thing.
My boy Jordan Brooks, man.
Jordan Brooks is a thing. That's your staple. Hey, Tyrell Dodson. Headphone wasn't working. Called a play on the 2-point conversion. Ends up being a pick safety, however you want to call it. So clearly the things are clicking. The boys are bought in, and things are going our way that normally wouldn't. They're ugly wins. Yes, I'd like to go in one of these times and just kick the shit out of the Saints or kick the shit out of the Browns. That hasn't been the case. But ugly wins are wins, and you don't complain about winning in this league.
Yeah, the second half, it seemed like Mike was getting apprehensive a little bit with some of his play calling, because I even noticed it before the half where, we have 26 seconds left, and he kind of just let the clock tick and then spiked it and was like, let's go for the field goal, which I get it. 16-0, you still have, 2-score lead, but I wish he would have at least tried something deep. I don't know if he was seeing something with Tua and his passes were off. Let me not rush something. Let's just go in the half being up, and then we'll figure this out in the second half. But yeah, this is the tale of two halves, and that's kind of what the Dolphins have been all season. Like the point differential from the first to second half, I think it's negative 38 points or something when we were facing the Browns. So I can just imagine how it's changed. But they definitely let the Saints come back into this. A lot of 3-and-outs, a lot of forced punts and stuff like that. But on the one side, we'll sit here and we'll talk about the Dolphins, what they should have done better, and Tua, and even it was 1st and 10 on their 11. We throw the ball 3 times. It's like, what are you doing? Devon Achane just broke 1,000 yards. You should at least give him the ball at least once. But I think someone who should get a little praise that isn't a Dolphin is Tyler Shuck. He came out in that second half and he was making adjustments. He was making audibles. He was making throws rolling to his right, like that touchdown throw. I think the Saints have something in him and Tyler Shuck. And that's not, me saying anything because where we're drafting and maybe someone could fall to us. But I really like the way he's playing, and I really like what I'm seeing out of his command of this offense already. And, he's been really thrusted into this position. So I just wanted to give a quick shout out to him. Yeah, he had a pick too, I guess you can call it, and he had another interception to Rasul Douglas, who apparently is going to get fired from the DB room because he didn't take it back to the house. But sound game from him, throwing 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, that shout out to Tyler Shuck. That's dope. That's dope, man. He's definitely showing some upside and things to be excited about. He's had some highs and he's had some low moments as well. Him orchestrating in the pocket better, delivering the ball on time, those things has to improve and improve quickly. But we definitely see playmaking ability from him. He's a deep ball threat. Chris Olave come down with that last pass. It's a different story today.
Yeah,
it's a different feel. You know what I mean? So he gave him an opportunity to win, which is all you ask for. So definitely shout out to Tyler Shuck. For the Dolphins, you got the Jets, you got the Steelers. in pursuit of getting back to a winning record, getting back to 500. What do you guys think needs to happen? How do you see these next 2 weeks playing out?
I think it's just taking advantage of the opportunity, right? You have a chance to go on this winning streak. You got to go to MetLife, right? Play a team that's down right now, right? They just switched over their quarterback. Tyrod Taylor is playing a little bit better, but the Jets just aren't there. So how can you take advantage of that? Come out with a win and then be able to go in, play the Steelers, right? They just had some issues the other night. Aaron Rodgers is banged up. There's a ton of stuff going on over there. So it's taking advantage of the opportunity, right? Everybody was practicing at the middle of last week, right? From the injury stat, it's just keeping guys healthy. Make sure we're rotating. You look at guys like Darren Waller, right? Darren Waller was able to get in the game a little bit, to see the flashes of him, and then at the same time, we were able to limit him a little bit and make sure that we got some other guys reps to make sure we can take care of that body, so that we have this time to get right, get healthy, and just be able to keep competing. Keeping legs fresh, keeping guys fresh. Keeping guys confident is the best you can really do.
Sure.
Yeah, you just got to keep building on it, right? You got to just keep keeping one game in front of you. Can't look ahead, one game at a time like they've been doing. They've been preaching. You can't fall for the trap games. You got to go into MetLife. They're actually surprising me. They're playing really hungry, and they're playing together since the trade deadline. I really thought
this
them boys
will not be a trap game, Bobby. This will not be. The Jets they are coming to take the Dolphins' head off. Like, no question about it. This will not be a surprise.
Yeah, no, they've surprised me. I really thought at the trade deadline, trading away superstars, and then the guys on the timeline dropping memes, asking to be traded, whatever. I was like, yeah, these boys are cooked. Dude, it's crazy how it worked. But after the trade deadline, them boys locked in, and they've been playing some good ball. They show up and beat anybody. And, like, I got to show some love here. Glad to see Waller back. Obviously, awesome addition to the squad. But R.I.P. Hayden Rucci. The Lions claimed him. We lost Hayden Rucci today, so R.I.P.
Rucci, man. It's Rucci.
Yeah, these next 5 games are important. And, the playoffs started with the Dolphins, unfortunately, like it did last year when we hit 2-6, and they had to win every single game to even have a shot at making the playoffs. And, I think if you asked us like 3 or 4 weeks ago, you look at the Saints and the Jets and you were like, this is a W. Now the Jets are, putting together some wins. And, I'm looking at my weather app, being that I'm up here in Jersey. It's going to be 40 degrees on Sunday. Right now.
That don't matter, bro. That don't matter.
I hope not. I hope
don't
not.
matter, bro.
I hope not. It's going to be, I'm telling you, it's going to be cold and windy. You got to prove the people wrong. There's that stupid narrative out there that, they can't play in the cold.
Dougley, out of all the narratives that we were presented throughout my tenure in Miami, that's the one I hate it. I don't think weather matters in the NFL unless you're talking about like a historic day. Like if it's a monsoon where you can't see, or it's -30 like it was in Kansas City. Just on a normal day, a 40-degree weather football day, that's fire, bro. Like that's nothing. I don't think so. I'm from Illinois, so it's like maybe is why I felt that way throughout my career, but unless it's a historic day, bro, where it's like some crazy weather, it don't matter. Football weather.
I do think you being from Illinois definitely plays a part in that, because
maybe so.
Being up here, I love the cold. I'm in shorts right now. It's 30 degrees outside. I'm about to open my window because these studio lights are making me warm. Like we have the cold in us. You know what I'm saying? But like you saw what Josh Allen looked like when he was playing down in Miami. He looked like he was going to throw up at one point, and it wasn't even hot. It was just humid from the rain.
He's been looking like that for a few games now.
You're not wrong.
A little fatigued.
It's because he does it all. He is Buffalo, but this is going to be a hard game, regardless of the weather. 100% is going to be a hard game. The Jets are playing for Aaron Glenn now, so it's going to be difficult.
Sure.
And then we're heading to Pittsburgh, which regardless of the weather or not, hard place to play in. And then Burrow's back, and then Baker, and then you got the Patriots at the end of the year. Which
them last 3, I didn't get into those last 3. I was going to save that. What I mean? We was more so talking these first two. Jets, Steelers. Can we get back to 500? Can we get to 7-7 and then reevaluate?
I'm more comfortable about that now than I was beating Buffalo. Like, I thought beating Buffalo was more, we caught them on a high and we took advantage of it, and they came into Miami thinking, oh, it's our little brother, and we punched them in the mouth, and they weren't able to really recuperate from that. Whereas now I'm seeing that resilience of Miami that used to be there is back. Right? We go 2-6. That resiliency wasn't there against the Panthers, against the Patriots, against the Chargers, where we had the opportunity to win those games. Now it's back. We win in overtime and we make the stop that we needed to against the Saints. So I think it's very possible that after that Monday night game coming home for the Bengals, we're sitting at 7-7.
All right. Since you brought it up, Dougley, that last three, that stretch, Joe Burrow back.
Mm-hmm.
They coming off a big win against the Ravens, and that division is wide open. So the Bengals are playing for something now. Again, that division is wide open. Bengals, Tampa, that division is wide open. The Panthers' big win against the Rams yesterday. The Bucs have lost 3 of the last 4, I believe. That division is wide open. They're playing for something. And then the Patriots, who are sitting at the number 1 seed or number 2 seed behind Denver. So that 3-game stretch is a little different than these next 2. Let's go ahead and fast forward. All right, we're 7-7.
Mm-hmm.
Dolphins, we got two good wins, 2 strong wins. How would we feel about those last 3?
That's where I think the real test. I think your first real test is Pittsburgh, but I think, with the way they're falling apart a little bit, and Aaron Rodgers is already getting banged up because he's 41, 42 now. I think, that seems a little bit more like, okay, we have a shot in this one. Whereas, Cincinnati, their defense is all of a sudden starting to wake up, and Joe Burrow is really playing for them. And you brought up the AFC North. They have no winning records. 6-6, 6-6, 4-8, 3-9. When have you heard the AFC North have no winning records?
Yeah, no, that's crazy.
Love to hear it.
Yeah, like the AFC North used to be scary. Like, oh, you got to play Pittsburgh, you got to play the Steelers. Like, oh my God, that's going to be hard. Now you're just like, they're nothing, Tampa Bay is the one that I'm really looking at, because I think it's another situation just like Miami, where they're probably going to be playing for that wild card spot, if not definitely the division. They're sitting at 7-5, and they got the Panthers right behind them. So it might be that fight, and they might be playing hard. And then, New England, I think they lock up a playoff spot. So it all depends on if they're playing their starters or not, which would benefit Miami.
They're fighting for the 1 seed. They're fighting for the 1 seed.
That is true. Yeah, that is very true.
Unfortunately, the Broncos keep winning, but
barely.
That's
that
where we're
game
at.
last
That's where
night.
we're at.
Holy crap, that game last night.
Yeah,
they'd say the Broncos
If
worst
Mariota
10-2
just put a
team
little bit
ever.
more air on that sucker, the Washington wins that game, man. Holy moly.
That's why Benito's got 140
listen,
million.
we can't do that. We can't do that to the Broncos, because Kansas City just did that last year.
That's true.
The exact same, word for word, bar for bar. It's the same script, bro. They won every game last year the same way, ugly, and they just did it.
100%.
Hey, you got to be built to win ugly. It don't just happen. You got to be built for it. So
For sure. What about what you think, Bobby, for those last 3?
Yeah, it's going to be interesting. I'm interested to see if we can stay healthy. This is kind of weird for us, knock on wood, but we're kind of getting healthy towards the end instead of falling apart. It's a little different. So I'm excited about that. We're kind of seem to be ramping up perfectly at the right time.
That's a great point. That's a great point, bro, for sure. Because I think in my 3 years towards the end of the season, every season we were trying to get back into it, and then we're losing key players. Right now, the Dolphins got key players coming back. Like Darren Waller coming back into the offense is significant. He adds an element to the offense that never existed while I've been down there. So just having those type of players get back healthy, that's something to mention for sure. My fault, Bobby.
Oh, you all good. Great point. Yeah. So where was I? No, I was kidding. No, you got your guys coming back, so you're ramping up a little bit. On the other side, you got Baker Mayfield's got an AC joint sprain. Maybe the Patriots going to be resting starters. We don't know. Joe Burrow, he might be hurt again by the time we play Joe Burrow. I mean, this guy. Damn, hey, I'm just being real. You don't know. I can't talk about 4 weeks from now if I don't know. My point is, I'm interested to see if the Bengals were just playing with that Joe Burrow juice, his first game back, prime time, and that was all fluke. The defense stepped up, plays are being made again, or if they are serious, are they going to make a real push? They definitely have a chance. Like Douglas said, the AFC North is absolutely wide open. And then the Bucks, unfortunately, yeah, they're going to have a lot to play for because Panthers aren't going away either. The Panthers are staying in the mix. They're going to have to play until the end of the year. So the Bucks will definitely be an interesting game. And the Bucks have had our number the past few years, past few matchups. So definitely another opportunity to knock out some narratives. So all for that.
Wingo.
Yeah, I mean, I'll start off with, the Bengals just because I do want to see if that, Bobby, how you just said, was that the Joe Burrow coming back, the defense is figuring it out. They were having a rocky start, and now they kind of getting it back going. So that'll definitely be interesting in my opinion. And then I kind of look at the Patriots, right? Drake May is outstanding, right? He's been playing up to the Drake May when he was drafted, right? He's been getting, he's throwing the ball down the field. He's completing passes, and he's got weapons around him. So it's, where are the standings going to be at when we play them? Are they playing the starters? And then you get to the Bucks, them being able to play for a spot, and then Baker Mayfield. Besides Jameis Winston, Baker Mayfield is my second favorite quarterback. Because this man, I've been to plenty of Tampa games as well, being down in South Florida. This man will go the whole 3 quarters with you thinking that, oh, we got him. And he has this fourth quarter snap where he just goes nuts. And that's a guy I think, we can't sleep on Tampa because Baker, and he has the weapons. I know, Amika this week didn't play very well. They weren't able to get the ball to him, but that's a deep threat. That's same thing as last week when Olave could have caught the ball in the end zone. That's a change game. Tampa Bay has that same threat with Amika. So, certain things that you're seeing with the young guys, the receivers over there in Tampa, I think, they have a lot of potential. It's just, can we consistently build the momentum at the end of the day? Stack bricks on bricks, keep guys healthy. There's so many different intangibles. And, I think the biggest thing for the Dolphins is going to come down to the mentality. When they walk in a place with confidence, you play with confidence. If you're walking in with doubts and excuses, plus being banged up, things don't always go your way. If you're walking in thinking about the weather and the 40 degrees, it might affect a Florida guy. But hey, if you're out there running around and you're just, ready to play football at a high level and execute, you can have some success.
That's real. Mindset, the momentum, and the Dolphins got momentum right now. They're on a win streak. Let's keep building, keep stacking. So before we even get to those 3 games, that'll have to be a 5-game win streak to make those 3 games meaningful. You know what I mean? So everything you just said, Wingo, having the confidence, the momentum, the mindset to go out and win, no doubts. Let's see. I would love for my guys to pull that off, man. I would love to see them go on a run, and it'd be so much to talk about, so much to discuss. I would love it. Would be incredible. Guys, we are nearing the kickoff of Monday Night Football. This is crazy. I don't think I've ever had one of the pods on the set go this long, but we are here. So I'm going to let you guys get out of here, and then I'm going to try to do a Chris Berman style fastest 2 minutes as I talk about a couple games from this past weekend. I talked Cowboys, Chiefs already. I want to talk Rams and Panthers for sure. I want to talk the Broncos sneaking out another win. And then an update on my top 5 O-linemen for Protector of the Year. Because I have a guy that's on the list, he will be on the set Thursday. That is Darnell Wright, the right tackle for the Chicago Bears. My dog is balling. He's on my top 5 list for Protector of the Year. So want to talk about that, those guys before I get out of here, before kickoff Monday night. So Wingo, Bobby, DouglieDoWrong, greatly appreciate you guys, man, for joining the set. Much love. Thank you.
Thanks for having us. Appreciate you.
Yes, sir.
Appreciate you,
Anytime.
Ron.
Appreciate you, fellas. All right, before I get out of here, Chris Berman style, fastest 2 minutes. Let's see if I can pull it off. Chris Berman is the GOAT. He is. And I say that I'm going to attempt to beat him gracefully because that man is incredible. Shout out Boomer. Okay. Rams Panthers. Panthers pull off a huge win against the Rams, a team that I feel will be not only just a Final Four team. I think the Rams got a legitimate shot of representing the NFC in the Super Bowl. Like they really, I feel strongly that the Rams not shot. I think the Rams will be the team to represent the NFC in the Super Bowl as it sits right now. Even after that game, even after that loss to the Panthers, but the Panthers are playing ball, man. Bryce Young, 15 to 20, 206 yards, 3 touchdowns. Rico is still making plays. He didn't have a huge day running the ball, but he's still making plays. But the way that the defense got after those guys, they got after Matt Stafford, creating turnovers. They was able to get enough stops. The Rams still put up 28 points, but the Panthers are playing with confidence, and they're missing some key guys too. Like, just think about putting Robert Hunt, a Pro Bowl, all-pro guard, back into that offense. Like, if that was able to be possible, like they're missing some guys, but they are a half game behind the Bucs right now, with just under 5 games to go. The NFC South is wide open for the Rams. Losses like this happens. Ugly loss. They're now at, I think, 9-3. They still got everything that they want right in front of them. They're still at the top of that division. The Seattle Seahawks are real. They are real, so we're going to have to see those guys again. But those two teams, Seahawks, Rams, man, that looks like NFC Championship to me. Those two are fire. I'm still not counting out some other teams. The Eagles are going through their slide right now, but they still are put together in a way that can win it all, and we've seen them win it all. Shout out to the Broncos. Sitting at 10-2 right now. Ugly wins. But so what? You're winning. You got 10 of them. We saw the Chiefs do this last year. Chiefs won every game last year, last second. Field goal, block punt, whatever. They were winning, and they went on to the Super Bowl again. So people can say that the Broncos aren't a good team or are not as good because they don't have as many blowout wins or dominant wins. They're winning consistently. 9 games in a row, I might add. So I don't really, or all 10 maybe even all 10 in a row. I got to fact check that, but it's crazy how they are winning these games. And Bo Nix is going to continue to improve. He's got the weapons. They did lose J.K. Dobbins, but R.J. Harvey looks like the real thing. Evan Ingram's starting to get more involved in the offense. I think that is the key piece to really unlock that offense and allow them to be more explosive. Sangaway, you are correct. Don't count out the 49ers. I agree with you. Don't count out the 49ers. I just think the Rams and the Seahawks are just more complete. They're just more complete. The 49ers, they are a tough football team. It's really hard to get a win against those guys. Christian McCaffrey is incredible. He's a one-man show that can do everything. He can beat you by himself, essentially. But I just think that they're missing their stars on defense, and it'll show his face in the playoffs or right before getting to the playoffs. Not having Nick Bosa, not having Fred Warner, like, you can't overcome those guys when it gets down to just playing high-level football, snap after snap. You know, those two are the best that we've seen in this era, no question. So that's why I got the Rams and the Seahawks above the 49ers. But let's not forget the Bears either. The Bears are playing great football, complimentary football. They're running the ball extremely well. Caleb Williams is getting the ball to his playmakers, and they are making plays. Defensively, Dennis Allen got those guys playing physical. They're turning the ball over at a very, very high rate. They may even be leading the league in takeaways. They got a big matchup going to Green Bay this upcoming week. Bears-Packers. We get to see that in Lambeau Field. And it segues perfectly into my guest on Thursday, right tackle Darnell Wright. He is balling. My dog is really balling. He is in my top 5 for Protector of the Year. I think him and Panay Sewell are comfortably leading as the right tackles of the future. Like those guys, a lot of similarities in their game from Darnell Wright and Panay Sewell, but those two are the face of right side of the O-line play for the foreseeable future. Just balling. So make sure you guys tune into the set on Thursday to check out Darnell Wright. Great young man. He's playing extremely well. They are the number 1 seed in the NFC, coming off a big win against the Eagles, and they are looking like the real thing. Shout out to the Bears, Ben Johnson, Dennis Allen, what they can come into that organization and have done in a short span has been incredible. Lastly, last team I'll talk, the Texans. The Texans has resurged. They have emerged as a team to be considered. That defense is fire. Defense is incredible. Daniil Hunter, Will Anderson Jr. off the edge. It don't get any better than that tandem. And with the guys they have in the middle, Sheldon Rankins, it's so much that defense is able to do from a pass rush standpoint. Mario Edwards Jr. in the middle as well, Tim Settle. Then on the outside and the back end, that defense is complete. Now, can the offense generate enough points? They're starting to find ways to get into the end zone. Nico Collins got going yesterday. But let's see. Let's see with the Texans offense. Let's see. But that defense is the real thing. And like they say, defense wins championships. I'm actually not going to rush my protector of the year. I will not rush my protector of the year top 5 because I want to give those guys their just due. And shout out to Darnell Wright. He's in that list. He's in that for sure. Shout out to Aaron Brewer, center for the Dolphins. He's in that for sure. But I'm not going to rush the rest of my list. I'm going to give when I got adequate time to expand on the play of these guys and why I feel they are in top 5 of protector of the year. But I won't do it today. Monday Night Football is about to kick off right now, and I'm trying to talk as fast as possible. But I'm running out of time. Okay, so with all that being said, shout out to you, everyone here on the set, tuning in. Shout out to Nick Underhill from the Saints side. Shout out to DouglieDoWrong, Bobby, Derek Wingo, the Dive Bar podcast. Those guys are fire, friends of the show. I went on their show. They've been on mine. We continue to show love like that, man. It's been incredible doing the media thing, being in Spain, and all these people talking about the set and the show and just how much I love it. I love it. Humbly speaking, thank you so much. Shout out to my members. Continue to join into that membership club. All the perks, all the exclusive. The off season will be a special place for the members. Like so many guests will be joining the set, in-depth conversations, behind the scene, just real insightful talks and guys from across the league and all different walks of life. Like we'll really get a chance to peel back and learn a lot from these guys. But without further ado, I'm going to shut the hell up and get out of here. I appreciate you all for joining the set again tonight. I will see you Thursday with Darnell Wright. Shout out to the members again. This is T-Stead.